Do you believe in God? Do you believe God is real? Do you believe God is all powerful, knowing, omnipotent? Do you believe in Jesus Christ? Do you really, deeply, honestly believe that God is real? Why do I ask you these questions? I suspect that by believing in a God, at the long run, you are hurting yourself, and by hurting yourself at the long run, you're also hurting humanity. Why in the world do I say this, and how did I came up to this conclusion? See, my reasoning, if you are open to a conversation about this subject, my reasoning is the following. You are getting something from God, aren't you? Let me ask you something. What is your biggest, number one reason you believe in God that is real? The number one, the most important one, not a list, the biggest reason. Now let me ask you something else. Does that reason that you believe in God has any feeling behind it? Any good or bad feeling behind it? Most likely you are going to respond that yes, there's a feeling behind it, and a very good one, a powerful, awesome, beautiful, loving reason behind it. So in honesty, you are receiving something from God. You're getting something out of this relationship with God. My point of view, my reasoning is that what you are really after is the feeling, is what you are getting from believing in God. This feeling fills you up. It makes you happy. It makes you feel safe. You love this feeling. You love to be on the side of the most powerful being on the earth. You get a kick out of it. So no wonder so many people say, hey, I was in a really bad situation, I was taking drugs, I was an alcoholic, I was doing this, that, all kinds of negative situation, and now that you are with God, you are very happy, or you're in a very good road to happiness. So believing in God does serve a purpose in your life, an emotional purpose. So let me ask you something. If God is real or not, does it make any difference for you? Because it feels good to you. You have never seen, taste, smell anything about God. And people that say, hey, but God is everywhere. God is outside the universe, inside the universe. God is around us. But remember that people say that God is made in our image, or we're made in the image of God, but you have never seen him. So for you, maybe it's not important because you have a good feeling. This God, all powerful, almighty, creator of the universe, has the power to make you suffer in a way that your mind is not capable of grasping. But you have a little bit of example of the power of God to make you suffer. Remember the great flood? Remember people that mock God, what happens to them? Remember eternal condemnation? So this God, wouldn't you agree, has the power to make you suffer, and maybe your family and the people that surround you, in a very, very extremely bad way. So I ask you, is there a part of you that could be also in fear of this being? It's kind of a little bit of people that love to be the friend of the bully, because that gives them protection, making sure that the bully is not gonna go after you. Is there a possibility that you're also doing that? You love to be on the side of the powerful guy. So believing in God has some emotional charge in your being. In my point of view, that's the main and only reason you and anybody that believes in a supernatural God believes in God. You don't have to agree with me, but think about the God that you believe in. Think about God, if you're a believer, and try not to feel something. Try to feel nothing. If you don't feel anything about thinking about God or Jesus or any God, then probably you're not a believer. So the reason I make this video and I make this have this channel is because I would like to bring some honesty back to the conversation of why people are broken emotionally, and try to fill up this brokenness with some emotion, even though it's just created in a irrational way. If I didn't explain myself very well and you don't understand what I'm saying, respectfully, I share this with you. If a man thinks that he is a woman, and you hear this, probably you will tell the other person, hey, no, you're not a woman, you're a man. And that person tells you back, no, I'm a woman. And everything that you see in that person, everything tells you that that person is a man. You might be thinking, why is this man saying that he's a woman when I can clearly see that this guy is a man, not a woman? You might be thinking that the reasoning behind this person, this man, there's some emotional problem, some incongruency. Maybe this man is trying to fill a void emotionally that have never been able to fill it up. Now he found a way to do it by thinking something that he is not, even though he doesn't have any proof or evidence of being a woman. In my point of view, if you believe in a God, you are doing something very similar. You're trying to fill a void emotionally that you have not been able to fill with anything. You feel broken. Something happened in your life. Something happened in the life of this man. And finding a God, a super powerful God, like a Superman, suddenly makes you happy. Even though some people look at you like you are insane or crazy and you don't understand why, you feel happy. But anybody that tells you, hey, maybe God is not real, you don't care, it makes you happy. To the guy that thinks he's a woman, hey, mister, don't you think, like, be honest with yourself and you're a man, you're not a woman? The guy will tell you, I don't care. I feel happy being a woman. And no matter how you try to explain to that man, it makes him feel happy or happier to think that he is a woman. In my point of view, and I admit that I could be wrong. Remember that I'm not doing this video to insult anybody or to make fun of anybody. I think I'm bringing the discussion, the conversation about emotional problems in human beings. If you know that your neighbor or someone that you know has an emotional problem for a very, very long time and has not been able to solve that problem internally or emotionally, something is gonna crack. It's gonna try to be happy some way, and probably to be happy in an irrational way. So my belief is that you thinking that a God that you have never seen, the only reason you know that there is a God is because you read it on a book or you heard someone else talking about it. Someone else assisted you in associating this information about a God in the book with some emotional charge, positive. Now, boom, voila, God is real. So, again, I'm not making fun. This is how I think when you start believing in a God, this is exactly what happened. You get the information and you get the emotions. Now you believe, but you have never seen God, never heard Him. This is the reason I make these videos. I love to hear people's responses on the comments, what they think, as long as they are respectful. Some people do not understand what I'm trying to do. Maybe I'm not that clear. My English is a little bit not good. But I try my best. So again, this is an invitation for discussion about this subject, about emotional pain in human beings and the unreasonable ways we're trying to solve these problems, which are not helping humanity. And I think this is happening more and more and more. The more we ignore people, the more we do not assist in some way our fellow human beings in this problem of emotion, psychologically, there's going to be more and more unreasonable, crazy ways to find solution to our emotional problems. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening, and see you on the next video.